Alrighty. Just buying some maps for my leveling. I'm trying to get to trying to get to 98 tonight, 96, almost 96 and a half. So should be too bad. I'm gonna drop this over here. I'm trying to remember what scarabs I used last night now. I used the Beyond one, Monstrous Lineage, and Unstables. Good news, I remembered. Alright. What are these costing? Oh, it's not bad. Let's do, so I need 40, 58. Cool. All right, so I got plenty of those now. And we do these on, let's do these on Jungle Valleys. Why not? God forbid I get lucky and hit a Divine Shrine or something, you know? That'd be sick. Chieftain explosions are so much fun. Like when your screen just completely lags out, it's because you know you just killed like 100 plus monsters. Hard to beat that feeling. I probably shouldn't be leveling or be looting here, but then like my like why aren't I then my brain's like why aren't you level or why aren't you picking this up, man? It's pure profit. I should probably just pick up Tinks. Even tainted currency, I don't think is worth anything because everyone's running beyond. Since it's basically required to get to level 100, and it makes it just stupid easy to do. Um, go for that. That's embarrassing. I didn't even complete the damn thing because I went too far away. Alright, just the one? No, two. Cool. Both of these are basically done. I can go around the outside, grab all the extra Mirage nodes here. And in case anybody does see this and wants to know why, in Mirage, the little like translucent boxes that you see, those are the only monsters that can drop like the coin of skill and stuff. So you want to make sure you're killing those on every single one because that's where most of your profit comes from when you're doing this. Hmm. Okay, I need to wait for this to fall off. I lost my minion pact on it. Once I see my minion back up. Um, oh wow, I also wasn't running RF on that entire last map. I gotta remember to turn that thing on. I'll give you $20 right now. I will literally Venmo you $20 if you can tell me what I forgot to turn on. God damn it. Yes, you are right, by the way. What are the odds of you actually knowing that? It's sad that you're learning so much about this game and you will never actually play it. Oh, I don't think that's true. You've never been more proud of yourself? You have a daughter. There you go. Yeah. Sure, I'm sure Caroline would love to hear that. You know what made me more proud than anything? I got a skill name right in PoE and I don't even play it. She's like, thanks, Mom. Uh, I graduated with honors, by the way. But yeah, PoE, a game that you don't play. All right, just blasty blasty. Make that money, baby. Heat Kunk. Is that any good? 3C? Nope. Okay, I need this to fall off. The minion to come back. He's back. Cool. Should turn RF on because I forgot that again. Okay, so you did that. Oh, who pinged me in here? All right, I asked a question in my guild chat, and somebody just pinged me with the answer. So in the game, obviously, there's a crafting bench where, like, if you have an open prefix or an open suffix, you can craft. You can only have one crafted mod on it, though. And so the downside is like the important crafts, like, well, most crafts, you have to get them. So you get the base ones in the campaign, but then the like step ups from them you get in the step ups from them you get in maps. And so like you kind of need to know where the important ones in the maps are. And so I knew somebody had it, but they just got me like a screenshot of like all of the important crafts to get because I'm going to need that for the SSF event for tomorrow. Yeah, like on the build I'm going, so mines are weird. So you reserve mana and potentially life for like reservations, or well, obviously reserve and reservation. You reserve them for like auras and stuff. But mines are weird. When you throw down a mine, it reserves mana until it goes off. So that's what stops you from having like 14 billion mines down, which is kind of a cool, system where you can have down as many mines as you can afford. But the downside of that is also like you can only have as many as you can afford. So there's a craft called non-channeling mana cost reduction, and so some skills you channel. Um, so think of that like you know you just have to keep holding it down until it's done. Versus others are just an instant cast. And so all of your attacks would use non-channeling. Every now and then you would actually use a channeling skill, but nobody really does. They're not like super common. And so for that, you'd use the channeling version of it. The idea is that you just want to drive down mana costs because, the less it costs to throw a mine, the less it reserves, and then the more you can have down, the more damage you can preload on a boss. So it's not like WoW where you start damaging like on pull, then the tank's got to get it into position. On here, like no, the boss just spawns, and until you do something, you can preload a bunch of traps or mines underneath its feet, and then as soon as it spawns, it immediately steps on them and just starts getting nuked. Which you can kind of do in a game like WoW, but like in this game, you can legitimately just one tap bosses. And in a game like WoW, you would never actually be able to do that. Unless you're like, smurfing on like some low level dungeons or something. Then obviously, yeah. But in here, the hardest boss in the game can technically die in one hit. Now, you have to have a lot of currency to get a build that can do it, but it can be done. And it's done a lot. Yeah, so mines and traps are basically the same thing, but different. So mines have to be detonated. Traps automatically go off when an enemy gets within like a certain radius of them. So same thing. Traps have like a maximum you can lay down, and then mines are reserved. But yeah, if you want to, like, oh hey, Maven's gonna spawn. She spawns in the same place every single time. So you just load a bunch of them under her, and then as soon as she spawns, she just instantly gets nuked, and then she's dead. And then you go into your intermission phase and blah blah blah, and you just keep preloading it, so you never actually have to deal with any of her mechanics. Like you nuke her, and then she goes into her intermission, and the brain comes out, and then you nuke the brain because it always spawns in the same location, and then she spawns. And then, oh hey, memory game, cool, do it. Hey, guess what? You know where she's gonna spawn at the end of memory game. Throw down a bunch of traps or mines, and you just keep doing that over and over, and you effectively kill anything. And some bosses don't have intermission phases. A lot of them do, but some don't. And so for those, you can literally just kill in one major attack. Like Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds, they don't have them. Those might be the only ones though. And those are like two of the older or oldest bosses. Nowadays pretty much everybody does because they don't want you to do that. Yo, score one for me. I turned on RF. Yeah, there's a ZHP build, so 0 HP. It's just pure glass cannon damage. and it's a bosser, and that's specifically what it's for. Like, you're not supposed to see a boss mechanic. You're supposed to instantly nuke it into its intermission, and then instantly nuke it like every time it comes out. So you don't need health. Like, health only matters if the boss is alive long enough to do damage. Yeah. There's certain bosses, because you actually have to like do mechanics in the intermission phase, you wouldn't run that type of build on. But on like Maven, for example, super easy because it's memory game. Like, memory game isn't hard at all. And even if you, like, let's say you die in the last phase, who cares? You just come back in, you throw down a bunch of traps, and then she dies instantly. That build, I think the highest that build can go to is like 100 billion DPS. But if a boss breathes too hard in your general direction, you die. That's one of the things that I don't really like. I prefer ARPGs over like an MMO, is because in here, like, you kind of optimize your build for the content you like. And like in MMOs, it's just like, oh, you like, you know, if you want to heal and you want to play shaman, good news, there's one build. Like, you might select a couple different talents, but like everything about your build is already locked in stone. Versus here, like, no, if you like, this content, you can still be a witch, but like, okay, well, on this build you do this thing, and on this you do that, and you can actually optimize it and swap it up, and it genuinely feels different because it is entirely different. Unfortunately, like, an MMO can't really give you that. An MMO is much more linear progression. Like, you have to raid to get upgrades. You have to have Mythic Plus to get upgrades. And here, it's like, oh, hey, if you don't like something, you just buy it from the auction house, and then you run the stuff you like because someone else doesn't like it, and they'd rather just buy it. So you're not really locked into like, oh, hey, I really like the raid, but I really don't want to do Mythic Plus. Well, tough. You're not going to get very far in raid then. I really want to see if I can get another Mage Blood. Ooh, hey, I leveled. Let's go. Unfortunately, you had logged off, so I had stopped streaming, so I don't have any proof that I got it. You just have to take my word for it. Well, that, and I sold a Mage Blood last night, and I only had one to start with. Okay. Let this fall off. Let me get my minion back. Alright, I just got even remotely close to them and they died. That's cool. This build just does so much damage. Stupid. But like in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't even that expensive. I probably could have afforded this like week one of the league, if not like early week two. Unfortunately, it's gone next league. There's no way this stays. Brittany, how you doing? You're what? Freezing. Not that cold in here, girl. My tink. Hiccup. Well, I can prove to you I sold one. See? Meadswood 102. Sold it yesterday. And I mean, I only had one yesterday, so like, I had to get it from somewhere. And I clearly didn't buy it just to sell it and lie about dropping one. That would be wild. Like, hey, look what I dropped. And then like come to find out you just bought it. Holy crap. There's so many provisionings that I don't need. I'm just trying to make some room here because that provisioning gives you armor and stuff, but like I'm well past the point of needing to craft my own armor. So these are all just kind of worthless for me because I'm not trying to create like any like ridiculous like turbo armor that like I really need it for. Oh, less int. This is belts. Rarest outcomes. Let's try to get another head on her or mage blood. Nope. Mega Nords. Malagara's Restraint. A lot of Soul Thirsts. Fury Valve. It's a really good amulet. It's not worth anything, but it's really good. Okay. We're trying to hit full stacks of divines here or a mirror. Hey, you're always trying to hit a mirror. Like, let's be honest. It's like saying like, oh hey, I'm trying to win $20 or $1 billion. Bruh. Okay, so we went there, now we go back. So the reason we go back is every now and then things will be like so far off the screen you can't see it, but that was not the case for us. We saw everything that dropped. Okay. Now we go again. I honestly don't even want to finish this. I just want to go T17 boss rush. Because all I'm gaining is some extra life. What am I at? I'm at 13% right now. We'll see what I'm at the end of the map. See how long it's going to actually take us to get. And if it's going to take us more than like 15 maps, then we just go. Because I don't even know if I would be able to run all 15 tonight. These maps take 2 or 3 minutes each, so I need to just turn provisioning off on this filter. There's like never a reason I want to level or grab them anymore. Yeah, so this is looking like it's going to be 20 total maps to level. I don't want to mess with that. And I'll just straight up make more profit in T17s. Which is really annoying because T17s are supposed to like be gone and they're just not. They're still really good to farm. I hate it. Okay, what is the highest fragment right now? Ninja. Yep, I'm not a bot. Just let me in. Thank you very much. You've been quiet tonight. What are you up to anyway? Fragments. I mean, you've been quiet. What are you doing? What's up? How's it hanging? Sanctuary. Okay. It's not a trick question either. I just, creating conversation since otherwise I'm just talking to myself. Nightmare. No. No nightmare modifiers. What do I not like in nightmares? I don't like um I don't like that. I don't like regen. Um rate. Life. Yeah. I don't like saw blades. That's kind of about it. I don't really care about tentacle fiends. I don't really care about most of the other shit. Okay, let's give this a go. This is either going to go great or horrible. If it goes great, then I'm making like a div or two a map, and if it goes horrible, then I'm not. A-bomb, Ziggurat, Sanctuary. I know you are, but again, I'm trying to create conversation. Does it got Radon? Nope. Peace out, Girl Scout. Here we go. I don't really know this layout super well, so it's gonna take me a couple to get used to it. Oh, that would have sucked. I was looking to see if you'd responded yet. Of course, you didn't, but you know, it is what it is. First you ignore me, then you insult me. Like, what is your deal? Remember when you used to be so nice and sweet? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what I said for you to reverse it, but I have a comment I can't say on YouTube. No, let's just lead back to the beginning. I was hoping it would like fork around and go somewhere else. I don't even know if it's worth checking for a Dawn here, like ever. And Radon in the Mirage area, he's like the boss of it. He drops an item that's worth like 2 div, and it's not guaranteed, but he always has a chance to spawn there. But what I'm saying is like there's a way to like force him to spawn there, but it's kind of rare. So what I'm doing is when I do that, I'm checking to see if it actually triggers and forces him in. Am I doing the right one? Because I feel like I just looked this up and it told me that this was the right map, but I mean, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just losing my damn mind. But I thought Sanctuary is the right place to farm, and I'm not getting that fragment that's supposed to be geared towards this. Yeah, Reverent Fragment. And it says that this is the most expensive, and it drops from Sanctuary. Nightmare Glycia. What am I getting though? I'm getting Lonely Fragments, and those are worth 22C. Like, that's terrible. Oh, this game's been bullying me well before you ever started. Reality Fragments. What does Reality drop from? A-Bomb? Honestly, that might not be too bad. Let's do a couple A-Bombs and see if I have better luck over there. A-Bomb was down here. Nope, that's Ziggurat. A-Bomb was right here. Oh, you'll probably find one of the bosses in here pretty hot. Let me show you. Well, where's the other one? Hello? Third boss? Oh, okay. I'll just die to that, no big deal. This guy right here. Oh, girl? Technically? Got boobies? Pretty hot, right? Look at them nips. I know, try to control yourself. I know it's gonna be hard. See, you say that, but then it's like, you know, I feel like if I were a boss in this game, I would be that boss. Because, like, my body's pretty much similar. Only I don't shoot red orbs that, like, do a ton of damage. I mean, I'm a combination of, like, 13 trillion different types of bacteria. So, kind of. I mean, we're all basically just strawberries, right? Like, all the stuff that makes us us is on the inside, but, like, people only care about the outside. It's one of my favorite facts. Um, did you know a banana is a berry? That's step one to this. Did you know that a banana is a berry? And then step two to this is, did you know that strawberries aren't technically berries? The thing that's got berry in its name, not a berry. It's just wild. Like, you can't even trust advertising anymore. Wait, pineapples aren't pines? Are you sure? Because that doesn't seem right. Oh my god. Fizz's extra is so rough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this. Fizz's extra hurts so much. Okay. We got it. We got it. We're just being a little baby about it. No big deal. No big deal. I'm going to be honest. 80% is good enough for me. I'll take it as the gospel. Hold on. Let me Google this. Why are pineapples called pineapples when they are neither pines nor apples? Pineapples are called pineapples because 17th century European explorers thought the tropical fruit resembled a pine cone, which was then referred to as a pineapple, combined with historical use of apple as a generic term for any exotic fruit. They are, however, a tropical leafy compound fruit unrelated to pine trees or apple trees. So, okay, so if they used apple to just mean anything exotic, when Eve ate the apple and like cursed all humans to basically suck forever, what do you think she actually ate? Maybe a mango? Or do you think she was just like chomping down on like a Red Delicious or something? Maybe, and just hear me out. Maybe it wasn't actually a fruit. Maybe it was a potato. I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm just saying it would be funny. Hey, we don't know what things grew on what in the Garden of Eden, okay? I mean, for all you know, a coyote grew on a vine. Like the damage you women did to society, you don't even understand. That is a fair point. Like, you guys can't drive, you can't read. Like, what are you guys good at? Making babies? Like, you guys kind of got a smoke in that category. We are not good at making babies. I don't know. I've met some women who cannot cook at all. Nope, I didn't check. I gotta check. It's rare to get, but like I said, it's like a 2 div drop when it happens, and a a best fragment drop you could possibly get in this map is like 3 divs. So you know. Okay, so it should be right down here at the end of this little hallway. Crap, goes even further. No, dead end. No, no, I can't move. Stupid flame dash. I hate Flame Dash. I should actually probably drop Flame Dash for Frostblink on these maps. Because Flame Dash is not good at getting out of drowning orbs. Low key and maybe high key have been peeped that you might like me. What do you got to say about that? Low key and maybe high key, I've been peeped that you might like me. No, again, I died to not having Frostblink. I'm pretty sure it's English. At least like 90, which to be fair is better than you earlier, and I took yours as gospel. So, and I'm like at least 12% higher than you. I was gonna say, did I seriously not get a single fragment? That would have been the worst. I don't even think that's possible. What happens when you get all flustered? I am being nice to you. I technically just complimented you. Okay, let me rephrase that then. You're right. Is that better? I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a thinly veiled insult. Like it was pretty cut and dry. I had to fix another typo before I got made fun of again. Luckily, I caught it before I hit enter. I forgot the E and flustered, like the last E. I didn't like forget it. I was just typing too fast and I missed it. Hence fixing it before I sent it over. Okay, you can't say that and not know exactly what I want to say. Like, you can't set me up for a joke like this. That's not fair. Ooh, I wonder if my indentured servants got captured. I haven't checked on them in a while. I'll do that after this. Yeah, I didn't want to use that word on YouTube. Just in case. My luck, some like random AI thing will come and flag me. Bro, he healed? What? King's March. Now, if all of my maps succeeded on the first guy I talked to, then they didn't get. Nope, they didn't. I'm just not grabbing anything if it's less than a divine or like around a divine. So traditionally, out of a full set of maps, you usually get like one divine. I've gotten none so far. Catalysts are good to pick up. Item rarity, no, 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 nope, nope. Yo, a divine, let's go. Okay, put this all away. Craft a bunch of maps for my indentured servants real quick. Actually, um, let's just go have them run a bunch of these because I don't need these anymore. And I'd really rather just get them out of my inventory. And then we'll just grab a bunch of these too. Ready some more. Bam, 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 Bigelow. And then we do this, and then we do this. And I totally, whoa. I hit two that were, wow, I'm an idiot. Okay. I hit two that were white because I forgot to alpha them, and they hit 8 mod corrupted. which is pretty awesome. I don't actually care. Nope. Okay, it's down here. Okay. Can you fall off now, please, Blade Vortex? I think I mistimed it. I think my thing stopped snapshotting. Wow, I was right next to it and went a different way. What are the odds? I mean, obviously pretty good because it happened, but now's where you say what, and I can't respond because I can't say what I was gonna say. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. But you just figure it out. They see me rolling, they hating. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Really need some music on or something. So she'll be going to bed soon, which means I have to go to bed soon. No, the worst time for the snapshot to fall off, and I'm in the damn boss room. Okay. Come on. Come on. 7, 7. So if you ever see my damage, like, where it's like I'm doing nothing like I was right there, it's because the snapshot fell off because I didn't cast Blade Volley or Blade Vortex. I forgot what skill I was playing. Holy crap. I didn't cast it enough, and so I have to wait for it to fall off and for my minion to spawn so that I can recast it. And when it's off, I do like negative damage. It's really not bad. You just have to like right click every like 4 seconds. And as long as you remember to click, then you're golden. Oh wow, she didn't die. So the reason I'm okay. So I could actually be doing almost 5 times more damage right now. The reason I'm doing less damage than I could be is so the way this works is with minion pact. So this says that support skills that hit enemies and have no reservation. Cannot support brand skills, blah, 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 blah. Supported skills deal 10% increased spell damage, which I scale off the spell damage. Supported spells sacrifice a random nearby damageable minion. So I have Raise Spectre. Supported skills, no. Supported supported skills gain 3.4% physical damage of the minion sacrifice life. So if it has, you know, a million life, I would gain 35,000 flat damage. That's insane. My bow, like a GG bow on a like bow character is like 1600 flat damage, so 34,000 is insane. The minion I'm running, though, is not a very high health one. However, it respawns every so many seconds. So if you screw up and fail, it's really easy to get it back up and running. You just let it fall off. If I were running the best minion, if it falls off, I have to leave the map and then come back in because it only spawns in the map when when the map is like refreshed. So it's like, I could be doing substantially more damage and just making sure I won't have everything. But if I ever let that fall off, then, it slows me down. And since I'm just kind of learning this build, I've never played BV before, I opted to do less damage and have it be more forgiving. I mean, you know me, I need it to be more forgiving. I screw up a lot. And I'm not just talking about PoE. But I try hard. And I mean well. Most of the time. It depends on the subject, really. Oh, if that's the case, I remember that next time you're pissed at me. Like, look, I thought I was helping, and that's all that matters, right? It's actually perfect. Then you can't get mad at me because I can just be like, look, it's a thought that counts. I don't know. You had two big blunders today. You both said it's a thought that counts to me, which is like wild, and that you are most proud of getting righteous fire correct of your entire life's goal work. That's what you're most proud of. Okay. After this, I ran 20 maps. I want to see how how much money I made. I was hoping to get her a Dan and show you, but I know it's not much longer, and you're going to tell me you're going to bed. So hell, you may already be in bed. I don't know. See, you just keep setting me up for comments I can't make. This is pure pain. Okay. Wealthy exile. So it's like 254 div. My fragments tab was 13 div. It is now worth 23. So I made 10 div. That's not bad. And I didn't even put all of them in my thing yet, so damn, can you actually not read my thoughts in this specific case? That's rough. Holy shit. Does no one run? Oh, I guess not, no. No reason to run that. Oh, no, no, no. It's just like the actual words you used, not the phrasing you used. It's almost assuredly exactly what we think it is. And if not, we can just lie and say it is. Okay. I wish I could just call you because then I could show you like all my notes and stuff. I made some in the I did make some in the GCF Elementalist thread. I just made it private so like only you and I could even see it in the PoE hardcore. So like this is what I do to prepare for like when I'm playing a build. So like you got the League Start POB. Um, POB stands for Path of Building. It's like think of POB, Path of Building, as like Raider.io for WoW. This allows you to do your talents, import items, import skills. You can, like, when you're adding a support skill, you can even have it automatically filtered by like what's going to be your highest DPS support. And you can default it to like 20 quality on the support, 1 quality on the support. You can default it to certain levels, so you can kind of see what's better. Um, and then you can also like import other characters and just kind of do everything you want with it. So it's like Raider.io, or sorry, not Raider.io, Raid Bots. It's like Raid Bots on crack. It's just got everything you could possibly ever want to upgrade your character. It has it in here. So these are like the actual breakdowns of like League Start. This goes up to level 60. It tells you exactly where your points should go, what skills you should use, what links you should use, what stats on the gear you should be targeting, all of that stuff. And then, mid game, late game, early game, all that stuff. So it kind of breaks down like where you should be progressing your character. And then for a crafting guide, cluster jewels are these guys right here. So you can see like you put this jewel in and it's a cluster. It adds this other cluster. All of these things are called clusters. Cluster jewels just add a custom one and you can craft these. So I need trap and mine medium clusters. I need 2 of them and you just harvest reforged speed. It's a 1 in 12 to hit. Super easy. The cold damage large cluster, it's like a 1 in, I think it's like a 1 in 600 to hit. It's disgusting. It's a 1 in 264 just to hit the modifier I need. The other modifier was also a 1 in 264. So think about it that way. You have a 1 in 264 to hit one mod, but you need to hit both. I don't even know what the odds of hitting that are, but it's not good. So, and then Toolborn, there's a Genesis tree that allows you, that's what like I was spamming earlier. It's this guy right here. So this is the Falborn tree. So Belt with the Deceiver. So basically when I'm doing this, I have 10% chance of birth an additional item, 85% chance to be strength, int, or dex requirements. The reason I do that is because jewelry itself does not have a requirement. So like a weapon, like if it's a melee weapon, it probably has either dex or dex or strength. If it's a body armor, it's going to have 1 of dex, strength, or int, or 2, because you can have hybrids. Jewelry, so belts, amulets, and rings, have no requirement. So I want less of a chance to require something, more of a chance for it to be jewelry, and then even more chance for it to be a belt. Then I want it to be Falborn, and then again, I want it to be the rarest outcome because I want a Mage Blood again. Like, I'm at the point in the league where all I care about is making more Mage Bloods. So I need this to be the rarest because this is a T0. T0 basically means for like every like 2,500 unique belts that drop, 1 will be a Mage Blood or a Headhunter or, any of the other T0s. So, yeah. So that's what like this screenshot is. It's just like the optimal tree to make this wand. And the wand is really good because so attack damage, you don't necessarily care about levels of your skill gem. You really care about like just total added damage. For spells, it's the opposite. Added flat is nice, but it scales harder off of skill levels than anything else. So on casters, you'll see them running like a +2 wand. So if you do fire damage, you would get +1 to all skill, +1 to fire. Or +1 to all, +1 to cold, +1 to all, +1 to lightning, chaos, or physical. Some are physical too. And then you can get them on amulets, and like you can get it on shields. Like it's kind of gross. So the Foulborn wand I want, it gives +3 to cold. And so I'm trying to optimize my tree to get me that as soon as possible. Because for a spell, it's just a ton of damage. And I forgot to plug in my phone. So I'm going to be up for like another 45 minutes. And then for Amulet, I want to do plus attribute, or plus cold plus attribute. And then I'll do like minus attack, minus life, etc., etc. Um, oh, it's actually supposed to be that. It's supposed to be minus attack, minus res, but it thought it was doing like other stuff there. I'll fix that. Because that's gonna like really fuck me up tomorrow. Bruh. I messed it up twice. That's embarrassing. But yeah. So GCF mind it is. Oh, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. Get it yawning. Get that stretching. What? Wow. So toxic. I still get to message you until you fall asleep, though, right? Okay. Well, for now, good night, Marisa.